Alrighty. So, bringing on our week 4 of 8. I'll just pin this so that it floats. Okay. Now, so for our next week of training, we're up into the 8th week, like I said. So, we started back all the way back here with our deload. We made some pretty solid progress here. We're looking at week 3. Sweet. So to start, on Monday, obviously coming off of the weekend, we're progressing on our snatch complex. So last week we had less sets. This week we got more sets, less time, less repetitions as well. And we're looking at some pretty heavy sets here, starting at about 80%, which we would consider moderate to heavy, and then building on that. So we're looking at some high percentage work whilst the volume is low. Got a fun workout. It's just basically grip and hinge endurance. We got some cyclical stuff in there, but the goal here will be basically you have to go unbroken on the barbell so you can adjust load accordingly. Toes to bar need to be done unbroken as well, whether that's knee raise, leg raise, toes to bar, etc. I want a hanging movement as well. So even if you're scaling movements, make sure there's a grip element to it. And as we know, rowing is pretty grippy when paired with other grippy movements as well. Next day, we've got our seated press and weighted pull-ups. So we'll be going at about 80%. Once again, that's pretty heavy here. The volume is adjusted accordingly, but it will be to get some decent weight on the bar. Pull-ups, same as last week. We're looking for around 2 reps in the tank, potentially looking at 1 rep in the tank towards the end of those sets there. They can build as they go as well. Workout, pretty straightforward. We've got a every 3 minutes piece. So rounds 1 and 3 will be done as in that 3-minute window. You do 1 round of 20 wall ball, 15 bench, 10/8 cal air bike. If we're short on benches, they can always use a box, or it's just like a jerk block. They actually work fairly well as benches as well. Then the second round and the fourth round, so from 3 to 6 and from 9 to 12, that will be 20 wall balls again, 15 renegade rows. Just keep in mind the renegade row is basically the push-up plank, where you're doing the push-up plank and then you're rowing to your body. You're not doing the push-up. That's a man maker. So it's just the upper body pull that we want in that, some horizontal pulling, and then cashing out on the air bike as well. On Wednesday, we've got front squats, similar kind of percentage range to our other strength metrics, around 80 to 85%, no higher than 85%. We're looking at around 2 reps in reserve, then 1 to 2 reps in reserve for the last 4 sets. Workout, nice high intensity piece. We got 2 rounds through. You're going to run 200 meters, do 10 American kettlebell swings, then a 10 burpee to target. Goal there will be to keep the pace high. Use that second run as kind of like this ability to recuperate as much as you can coming back into the gym. And then we're basically going to double down on that and then hit 400 meters swings and then just everything you've got in those last 20 burpees. I forgot to mention as well, so I formatted this wrong, but Thursday we'll basically push it forward. So Monday will be normal. This will be public holiday workout, and then Tuesday will be Wednesday, and then Wednesday will be Thursday. As far as the public holiday workout goes, it is a version of the hero workout Sure. It'll be 10, 9, 8, 6, blah, 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 all the way down to 1. Squat cleans, burpee pull-ups, and then double unders. It's just a long workout, lots of movements, lots of moving. Pretty disgusting, but members should love it. Friday, we're going to throw in a little bit of ring muscle up work. So we're starting off with the strength skill combination. Obviously, when we're developing gymnastics, we're kind of looking at building from the bottom, obviously initially being strength. Then you've got skill. Then we have our developing capacity there and complexity, and then the last one's building up like elite level of volume or high level of volume. So spotted turnovers, that's skill work. False grip and putting up some strength in the hang and the hands, especially. Supine arch to snap. If you need to look this one up, it's basically like an arch from your back where you dig your heels into the floor and bring your hips open, so you have some room in your back on the ground, and you're going to snap up into hands down with the feet up at the same time. But definitely give that one a Google or ask me if you have questions. Hollow rocks, core conditioning, so we're looking at strength, and then deep ring dips. The goal there is learning how to catch nice and low on the rings, and then being nice and strong and stable in that position as well, and being able to press from it too. Workout, we've got a fun twist. That's not a twist. It is the Training Think Tank workout number 21. It is a mixture of single leg movements, pressing. We've got, and then technically you could say the step up is a hinge depending on your body position. So the step ups stay the same the whole time, but the handstand push ups go up every round. You'll do one strict and then one kipping, and the next round is 2 and 2, 3 and 3, etc., etc. Only in 11 minutes. So see how people go. On Saturday, just got a nice long chipper, bodyweight movements. This will take a long time. This is for Batty and Sam. So don't add any rounds here. Don't add weight either. It is unweighted for a reason. We don't want too much loading on the body. The time domain will be long, but we want people to feel okay afterwards to some extent. You'll start with some legless rope climbs, then lunges. That's split up between the two of you. 100 calories on the bike, men and women, same calories. This will take a bit longer for girls, obviously, but not too much. Then we go dead ball stomach carry, and then last one is calories of ski. So, and then buying out with 8 regular rope climbs. Sweet. Sunday, this one's a semi. So the way this one works is it's basically a pairing of monostructural stuff with some bodybuilding, where we have like a hard resistance movement paired in with a easy resistance movement. Generally, we're looking at bands here. So you'll basically do 4 minutes of running at a nice steady pace, like not redlining or anything. Then you do 15 hammer curls and 15 banded bicep curls. Then we do 4 minutes of rowing. So then you'll do the pullovers and tricep extensions. Then we bike, banded face pulls, etc. Then you'll go to your 3. Then you do split squats, blah, 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 in that kind of format. All right. Beautiful. All right. So this is our last week of the strength block. Our second last week of the strength block. We got next week will be our final week of the strength block. Then we're going to taper, and then we'll test on our 10th week. And then, yeah, we'll see how everyone's going, and then we get started on our next training block. Sweet.